All right, what's up, 12th man? It is another beautiful day here in the Pacific Northwest, and it's been made even more beautiful because of breaking news that just came out of the Seahawks camp minutes ago. Well, minutes ago for me, but you're watching a few hours later. And again, if you have been, unless you've been living under a rock, you probably already know this, but I'll say it again anyway. Richard Sherman has been signed, woo! To a 4-year contract extension worth $57.4 million, $40 million guaranteed. That makes him the highest paid cornerback, as we all figured would happen. But it's nice to have it officially done right before the draft day, one day before the draft, in fact. So now we've got the Legion of Boom locked up for the next several years, which is fantastic news for all you 12-man Seahawks fans out there. A day to celebrate and get that much more excited about what the draft might mean. At least we know we don't have to worry about our starting secondary. So great news there. In fact, you know, just one more accolade, one more achievement for Richard Sherman. The guy has done some amazing things, as you all know, but in case you hadn't heard, over the weekend, they had their annual, the White House had their annual Correspondents dinner, which is a lot of jokes and roasting and things like that, and it was pretty cool that President Obama had both Richard Sherman and Russell Wilson, and I think Russell Wilson's mom was there as well. And during his speech, the president talked about how he gets a lot of flack from the press, and he basically put it, to paraphrase what he said, he said, yeah, he learned how to deal with it by getting some tips from Richard Sherman, and he basically did his impression of Richard Sherman with the, "Don't you ever talk about me, I'm the best president in the game." And he did a pretty good job. I thought it was pretty cool. And to think, you know, our Richard Sherman, our 5th round guy, backup at one point, cornerback, getting quoted by the president, and then, or imitated by the president, and then signing a huge extension. Man, what a great week for him. So, but we can all be proud as Seahawks fans to be able to share in all that. It's pretty cool. And a year of a Super Bowl, man. Now we got to do is take care of business next year, and let's repeat this sucker, right? All right. Anyway, so great news. Great news. I mentioned Cam Chancellor. Now, while everything's been pretty good about the Legion of Boom and everything, there's something to be concerned about. I a while ago had talked about that there was, I think it was John Clayton from ESPN had mentioned that he believed that Cam Chancellor was going to undergo hip surgery in the offseason, and Cam Chancellor denied it, or kind of said, well, what are you talking about, on Twitter. Well, it turns out he did have hip surgery about a month ago, so he wasn't exactly being forthcoming about that information as it was. I'm not sure why. I mean, I don't think anybody would have freaked out if we knew he was getting surgery. I mean, that's kind of what happens in the off-season. But anyway, truth came out. He did have surgery. So it's kind of questionable whether he'll be ready for the preseason. So, you know, I'm not too worried about that. All I care is that he's ready for the season opener. You know, but you know, he's such an important part of the physicality of that defense. So, you know, if we miss him for some of the preseason, well, it's preseason. Who cares? So, anyway, we'll watch that as it goes. But the way it seems these days, that the way that Percy Harvin, recovered from his hip surgery, and the way Clemens was able to recover from his knee issues, it's amazing how fast these guys recover now. The medical technology is amazing. So I'm not too concerned about Cam. I'm sure he'll be fine. Let's all hope he'll be fine and not lose a step, because we need that guy's physicality to keep tearing up those offenses apart, putting fear into the hearts of our opponents. Anyway, so that's the only little blip of concern, but otherwise it's been all pretty sunny in Seahawk Nation. So I just wanted to take this chance to, you know, I've been fortunate enough to have my Norb-Cam channel really take off this season with all the Norb-Cam games and the Super Bowl and FC Championship and everything, and I just wanted to do a quick shout out to some of the other guys who are out there who I've gotten to learn through this process of getting involved in YouTube. and gotten to become friends with, virtual friends with. So I just want to do a shout out to some of these other 12-man guys who are doing some cool stuff out there in the internet and YouTube world. For example, 12 for 12's Paul Beyer. He does he has his stuff on YouTube, and I'll put the links right here. But he also does his radio blog show, talk show blog, and he does that weekly and has some great insight on stuff. So check out his stuff whenever you get a chance. He's a great guy and has some great insight. Also, there's the 12th Man Fan Jam show, which I think they've got a draft show special, so check them out as well. Again, the link is here. And that would be Dennis Nippenberg. He's actually from around here, but he does the show with a couple other guys. They kind of do a sort of a around the world conference where they all discuss Seahawk information via, one of them is actually from the UK, so they do kind of an international forum, but with Seahawk fans from around the world. So it's pretty cool stuff. I had the pleasure of being able to be on one of their shows where we talked about Norb-Cam and I just talked about the upcoming draft. So and then there's also another YouTube channel called BECHT, and I discovered them shortly after the Super Bowl. They reached out to me and put a little clip of some of my Super Bowl videos, and they do a really entertaining show as well. So check them out and see what they're up to. And it's just really cool to see all this 12th man enthusiasm. I just never knew about this stuff before until this season. So it's great to just, to be discovering all these other devoted 12th man fans out there who are doing their own shows and putting their own insight on what's going on around the Seahawks. And so another YouTuber, and now this guy's actually not a 12th man, he is one of the enemy. He calls himself BURGUNDYFLYGUY, and he is a die-hard Redskins fan who we will be playing Monday Night Football this season. Well, he reached out to me, and he actually does a talk show type of thing and does blogs and on YouTube. And he saw my Super Bowl video, and he really enjoyed watching what I did. And even though he's not a Seahawk fan, he was a fan of the Norb-Cam. So he invited me to be on the show, and we just talked about, it wasn't really a rivalry kind of thing. We weren't getting into the Redskins versus Seahawks. He really just wanted to pick my brain and ask me questions about the whole Norb-Cam experience, how I got started, and kind of how I go about putting videos together on my channel. So we did a really long interview, and it was really great. So I'm going to put his channel here as well, so you can check out his. Again, he's BURGUNDYFLYGUY. I'm sure as time goes by, I'll be running into more and more people out there who are doing cool stuff for the Seahawks as well as other teams, and it'll be fun to kind of get into some rivalries here. I see some internet battles and maybe some bets or that sort of thing with some of these other rival teams that we'll be playing. So I think it'll be a fun thing to introduce to this season, kind of get a little turn the heat up as our matchups between the Seahawks and those teams come up. So as all you know, tomorrow is the big draft day. And I don't know where you guys will be watching. I kind of asked, where's everyone going to be at? Well, it turns out, the Seahawks are having a Seahawks party at the Quest Event Center next to CenturyLink. And I was fortunate enough to get a few tickets to that. In fact, I've got extras. And so I know this is last minute and everything, but if you guys are interested, I have 2 draft tickets to that event if you want to go to tomorrow night's draft. All right, and I'm going to give them the first 2 who contact me. But here's the catch: you got to email me at my email address, which is norbcam12@gmail.com, and you just have to tell me what is my dad, Kuya Bert's, when was he born? I just need to know when that is. And if you are savvy with my channel, you will know how to find that information out. Okay, so the first 2 to email me, or first person to email me who wants the 2 tickets. I'll give away 2 solos if I get the first 2 solos, but the first person to contact me who wants the 2 tickets will win them. So email me with that information and they're yours. I'll work out the details how to get them to you. So, and if you end up going, if someone claims them, then I'll look for you over there. So it'll be fun. There's going to have all kinds of food specials. Obviously the draft will be shown there. They'll have the Lombardi trophy on display. I can't wait to see that in person. And I don't really know what other things going on. I'm sure it's going to be quite the party, though. Quite a lot of people going to be packed in the house. This will be my first draft party, so I'm really looking forward to going. So, and I will be shooting Norb-Cam over there, so I will get y'all on camera if you come by and find me, and I'll put it up on the next Norblog for you. All right. A quick shout out to a couple other Norb-Cam fans out there. One of them is Amanda BECHT. She spells her name, it looks like Amandia, but apparently the I is silent, which is the first I've ever seen, but that's a cool name. So Amanda, shout out to you. Thank you for watching and commenting and checking out all the stuff on Norb-Cam. I appreciate it. And another international shout out to ELIAS Jr. from Brazil. He's been somewhat of a recent fan. He's a fan of the Hawks since 2010, but hey, you're from Brazil, man, so the fact that you can even know about the Seahawks down there is pretty incredible. So thank you also for checking out Norb-Cam and watching my channel and being part of the show and participating and commenting on my stuff. I really appreciate it. And to all of you guys, thank you for watching. I hope you'll continue to watch the videos, like the videos, subscribe if you haven't already. And again, I got more stuff coming. Trying to keep up, keep things current. It's an exciting time to be a Seahawks fan, y'all. So I will see you guys around. Hope to catch you at draft day tomorrow. And that's it. Catch you on the next one. After the draft, see how it goes. All right. Stay cool. Go Hawks.
We are the 12th man. Seahawks, we got your back. Yeah, Seahawks, we got that swag. Yeah, defense go.